Guys, what's going on? Shakur Stevenson did the job against Caraballo, I believe. He knocked him out in 6 rounds, hit him with a brutal body shot, which floored Caraballo. Obviously, the guy wasn't in his league. He wasn't in his class. You could clearly see Shakur Stevenson with levels above this guy. Shakur Stevenson's a very good fighter. I made a video about him. That Shakur looks a very good fighter. He looks a very, very good, technically sound fighter. He's got fast hands. He's quick. He looks just overall a very good boxer. And it was a good performance. He did what he had to do against a limited opponent. Let's say, let's not get too excited. It was limited. He beat the guy in front of him, and he did it in an emphatic way. But the guy in front of him as well was limited. It was expected for him to be an easy night's work for Shakur, but let's not get too excited. A lot like if you look down his resume, he hasn't really fought the top level guys yet. They're talking about him in a very high. They're holding him in very high regard already. Like Andre Ward said, he can become an all-time great. And, they're comparing him to Mayweather. Or not Andre Ward, but, Bob Arum was saying he reminds me of Mayweather. Firstly, he's southpaw. Does he remind me of Mayweather? No, if I'm honest with you. And I just think that comparison is ridiculous to make, because the guy's only a young kid. He hasn't really fought high-level competition yet. And we're already comparing him to Mayweather and saying he could be an all-time great. Yeah, he's got potential. You can clearly see that. But I just think that, a lot of people, especially Bob Arum's his promoter, so Bob Arum's got to do that. Andre Ward's his manager, so Andre Ward's got to pump him up like that. But I just think nowadays a lot of these kids like Ryan Garcia and all these young kids, there's a lot of hype, right? But they haven't really had, I know they're young and they've not had many fights yet. But I just think to start comparing them to legends and greats so early in their career, right? It's putting unnecessary pressure on them, because look what happened to Broner. They were comparing him to Floyd and he fell apart. So the same thing, you don't want that to happen to Shakur Stevenson. Let him have his own identity. Don't compare him to Mayweather. Mayweather is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Shakur might not even become a quarter as good as him. There's a possibility they might not even become as quarter as good as him. We haven't seen him in there against stiff competition. Floyd has proven it over a number of years, and he fought top stern competition. Even early on in his career, he was fighting top guys. Where a lot of these guys are not fighting high level competition, but they think they're special. I don't really agree with that. They're being hyped up a lot, and that's why a lot of the boxing fans kind of think these guys are. A lot of them, I've seen it in my comment section, calling these guys hype jobs, because they say that they see that they're not really fighting any top level competition. Haney's another one where they're not really fighting top level guys, but they have a opinion like they've already cracked it. So let's see Shakur Stevenson in there with some decent names, and let's see how he does against someone like Josh Warrington, which will be a very interesting fight, which I don't think is an easy fight for him at all, if I'm honest with you. I think that's a very tough fight. Josh Warrington's a very determined, strong, great chin. He's on you. He doesn't give you any space. And someone like Shakur Stevenson, what will he be like when you've got someone like Josh Warrington putting pressure on you? How will he react? Now, Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis has moved up to 135. Is Shakur Stevenson eventually going to move up to 135 to fight? Who knows? Possibly. I reckon he will. So add him to the mix. That makes that division even deeper. I would love to see Shakur Stevenson in the mix with those guys, with the Haneys, with the Gervontas, with the Ryan Garcias, with the Lopez, Lomachenko, all of these guys. But at the minute, his career, he's still in my opinion, even though he's world champion, he's in the embryonic stages of his career. We don't know yet. We have to see him against top level competition to see how good he is. Now, to the naked eye, and what I've seen so far, he looks like he's got a lot of potential and he looks really good. But like I said, until we see him against the top boys in the division, we don't know. Because he might fall apart against Josh Warrington. Who knows? Comes to UK, comes to Leeds, the crowd, the pressure. He may fall apart. He might be a deer in the headlight. You just don't know. We need to see these guys perform. Errol Spence proved it. Came to England, beat Kell Brook in his backyard. Proved that he's world class. He can do it even in an uncomfortable situation, in an uncomfortable environment. He can perform. So we need to see that from Shakur Stevenson. But leave your thoughts. Good performance. What did you guys make of it? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. I want to thank you all for me reaching 7,000 subs. I appreciate your support. Guys, as you can probably see from my channel art, I have recently started Patreon and Blogger. If you were to click on this icon here, it will take you to my Patreon page. And I just want to take you through my Patreon page. So at the minute, I've got 2 options. Hopefully, I will increase this if my Patreon grows. But at the minute, I've got one option, which is $1 a month fan donation, which will obviously help me produce better quality content on YouTube and faster for you guys. And I've got another option of $3 a month for 2 live streams a week discussing boxing with myself. You guys will get to speak to me face to face. And I'll take you to my boxing blog. So if you were to click on this B sign here, it will take you to my boxing blogs, which is this page here. And all you have to do is click on here, and that will take you to my boxing blogs where you can see all my different articles that I've wrote. So as you can see, I've wrote 6 articles about different topics. So if you want to click on one of my articles, all you got to do is click on this, and it will take you straight to the article, and you can read it, and you can then go back and read the others if you would like. But yeah, guys, I thought I'd just highlight this to you. So make sure to read my articles. Make sure to subscribe to my Patreon if you're interested. And guys, I thank you for your support. I thank you for me reaching 7,000 subs. Guys, I'm out.